Good evening. Welcome to Candid Connections Live Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tiffany.
I'm your other host, Janelle Lene.
And I'm your host, Danielle Lachey.
And I'm C. Wade, giving you that male perspective.
And I'm Billy Ray, part of the 5-5, and we back at y'all with another one.
I want to go ahead and welcome our Candid Connections hosts. Want to give a round of applause?
Good evening and welcome to the Candid Connections Live Podcast, where we talk about everything from life, love, relationships, real talk, no filters. I'm one of your hosts, Tiffany.
I'm your host, Janelle Lene. And I'm your host, Danielle Lachey.
And I'm your guest resident, giving you that real male perspective, Carl Wade.
But before we get started, just want to put out a disclaimer. We are not certified relationship experts. We are just a bunch of friends who like to talk about love, life, and relationships. So let's get candid.
And of course, hold all your comments because we know you guys might want to yell out things and you got your own opinions, but we'll bring you up to the mic when we're ready for you. So let's get candid.
All right. So today's topic is rebuilding trust after emotional damage. What do y'all think about that? Any comments or how you feel? How can you rebuild the trust?
There has to be tons and tons of communication. People have to be able to, whoever did the emotional damage has to be able to understand that they're going to have to take a lot of mess. You're going to have to take a lot of tears. You're going to have to take a lot of probably name calling. I don't know. But you have to understand that if you did the emotional stress or drama or whatever it is, you have to be willing to take the other person's however they deal with you is however they deal with you. So that's my opinion.
Just to chime into that, I think it's also the other person needs to realize it's going to take time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a process that everyone go through, so that they got to realize it's going to take time, not in their time, but they think should be, but in that person's time that's dealing with it.
And take some mess.
Yes. All right. I think it's definitely going to take time for that person who's been hurt to heal. And it has no time limit on when they're going to heal, but as long as that other person is being consistent and understanding and giving him or their partner reassurance, then I think you can rebuild the trust. Well, it's a work in progress.
You're talking about rebuilding trust after emotional damage. When you emotionally damage a man, it's going to take a whole lot to rebuild that trust. A whole lot.
Oh, women too.
No. Once you damage a man emotionally, and we can get into the specifics of how you damage a man emotionally, because when you take something from a man emotionally, you change his character, you change his vibe, you change the way he thinks towards that relationship.
Do you think that doesn't happen for women?
I believe it happens for women. However, I'm talking about how when a man feels damaged emotionally, like women are natural emotional creatures, so they move and groove on the emotional level. When you damage a man emotionally, and we can talk about the specifics because I want to know, the topic. How can you really damage a man emotionally? But once you do that, it's gonna take a lot, if at all, to get you back where you started from.
So specifics is, let's just say a woman cheats on you, but you want to maintain, or you want to try to fight for the relationship.
Or will you fight? Because like we said before, the double standard.
That's that double standard, because if a woman cheats on a man and that man got his all, it's all just done. Even if the relationship continues, that relationship is not even a valid relationship with that way that man has been emotionally hurt.
Same for the woman. The woman has been emotionally hurt.
It's not same for the woman. That's the double standard in this world. That's the double standard
so it's okay
in life.
For the woman to do whatever, cheat on the man, and then the man leave. But the man cheat on the woman, she got to go through the process and figure it out. But y'all getting up to leave. Because she's hurt in the process as well.
Exactly.
So she got to deal with that emotional damage. And she may be mean. She may be, hurt.
I'm not going to disvalue her being hurt. I'm not going to disvalue her feelings. However, you see that 99% of the time that when a woman is cheated on, she can go back to a man and can
Can't
deal with
go
that
back.
because you're seeking a man. That woman got a man who is able to cheat.
What?
You said you're going to choose a man who's not who has the ability
We
to
all have the
attract
abil-
other
we have the
women.
ability
We
to
all have
cheat.
free will.
We all have.
But here's the thing: you chose that man, and because you chose him, you know that's the segue into to help me out. Help me out. 'Cause we talked about this.
We're not helping you.
All right.
I'm saying you chose a man who's attractive, who's attractive.
Well, we don't
Other-
choose men that cheat. We don't. When we're choosing,
Not saying that cheating is a good thing. That's what happened. I'm saying if a woman cheats, it's one and done for that man. When that man cheats on that woman gives him favor. That woman gives him chances. That woman
Right.
because that's how it is. That's the double standard. And because when you hurt that man emotionally and you cheat on him, it's done. And he's never gonna be the same.
Because the man can't take what he dish.
And he's not gonna take that.
Because men can cheat with multiple women. Men can have
Here's the thing.
Sally, Jesse, and Raphael. But all that woman, if it take that woman cheat just once, she ain't even got to cheat. You just see her on the phone with another man. That's it. It just rears you out for the rest of your damn existence.
And that is
it
exactly
just takes
right.
one time for a woman. But why is that when you can do that?
So what do you think some ways are that can be done to repair trust? Like on the person who, did the damage. What are some things that they can do to, build the trust with their significant other?
Well, we're talking about the cheating aspect of it. When a woman does it, there's effort into it. There's emotion into it. There's love. There's plan. When a man do it,
It's just Tuesday.
Right.
When men do it,
It's just Tuesday.
it's a Tuesday. There's no emotions attached in those situations. So that's where the double standards come in.
So you feel like when a woman cheats, she's emotionally attached to the man that she's cheating with?
Definitely.
Or maybe she just wants like a Coach bag and he'll just go get it.
Even
Do what I gotta do to
if
get
she's
back.
going to that part, she done checked out. And if he finds that out, then he's done.
But it's okay for him to do it.
And if that relationship is going to be built back up, and it's going to take a lot of that, but it's going to always be in the back of that man's head.
The woman,
It's not the same.
Y'all guys want to compare?
It is the same. We're doing
losing
so
trust.
women forget. We don't forget. Right. So if you say, for instance, if you're doing something consistent, but then you switch up to a familiar pattern that once was damaging, you're gonna reflect back on what happened in the past. Which you got to heal to get over that. But still, if it's something that's familiar patterns, then you that's gonna be in the back of your head.
So even with the situation of men cheating on a woman, like I said, almost 85% of the time, the woman takes him back, right? So if you take that man back, you are forgiven. Like you said, you may not have forgotten, but you're supposed to be forgiven and trying to rebuild that relationship. That's the goal of a woman when you take that man back. Am I correct or not?
That is. So why the man can't do that?
Right. That's what I was
The
just
man-
ready to ask.
I'm gonna tell you. So, but let's stay focused first. I asked a question about the women because I'm gonna run it to you. So when is that how women do, right? They accept their man back
Well,
with the expectations that it's gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Men ain't going for that. Once you did it, we
So
feel
we
it.
don't know any man that's ever
I mean, it happens, but like we're talking about changing a person after you hurt emotionally. I'm talking for the men. You know, I don't know how to hurt for a woman,
But no,
but
but
I
that's
can
what
tell you.
but that's what I'm asking though. So for men, the men that do want to fix their relationship when a woman messed up, how do you go about doing that? Or
Right.
you're saying you can't? There's no.
Is there something the woman can do to help y'all get back to that place?
I think it's a struggle. I think it's a struggle. It depends on the case and the scenario. That relationship has to first, you have to believe in God. You have to put God first. If God is not in there, that relationship is going to fail, first of all. You have to seek counseling. You know, we talk all the time, but again, we just a group of friends who've been through some experiences and we share, but it's good to seek counseling.
That's true. And we in our community, we need to understand in our community, the counseling is a big deal. I think for us in our community, we tend to hide everything because as we were growing up, nobody was in our business, right? We were taught that we don't put people in our business, which, you know, is actually now we learn at our big old age now that that's just deadly to not say something. So I'm the type of person that I grew up where everything in our household was just our business. And so now, you know, you cheat on me, I'm gonna keep it our business, but I'm petty. So taking you back don't mean I forgive you. It means I'm gonna get you later. We gonna leave it in the house, but I'm gonna get you
Some way or
in
somehow.
sometimes. When you see me cooking grits and you don't eat grits.
I mean, that's also where the emotional disconnect can come from as well. So what would you want your woman to do? Like, for instance, if you was in that situation, what are some things that woman can do to reassure you, like for your emotional safety, to build trust again?
Now, are we just talking about the cheating situation, or are we just talking
Well,
about
anything
the
that's been
emotional?
damaged overall.
Overall, that woman would need to do everything and anything at a drop of a dime
And that's exactly how us women feel.
for that man to build that, especially if you feel that is a valuable man to continue. If you messed up, y'all saying, ooh, and if you messed up and you want to do everything in your power, you will want to do everything in your power to fix it. And that man is telling you, I need you to do everything that I need you to do. And you saying, ooh.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be crawling around and groveling and come on now.
Well, you ain't sincere, you ain't sorry.
Yeah, may be true. Because I'm not doing all of that now.
And here's the thing, you ain't got to be extreme, but you have to be willing. You have to be willing.
I think you was wanting extreme.
I think if it's extreme on his emotions, it's got to be extreme on your part too. Just like the Valentine's Day conversation we had, how men go out and go crazy on Valentine's Day for women. And women don't feel that pressure. You have to sometimes you have to put that pressure on that woman, even in that time of relationship, dismantling it, and you're trying to build it back. You got to go over and beyond. You half-assing it ain't gonna work. And a lot of times women always want to half-ass it.
Nah, I disagree. We go above and beyond and do way for this.
I mean, not so much, let's move away from cheating, but just like when you've been in a relationship where you've been with somebody for years, not, you know, and I'm talking about more than 2 or 3 years. I'm talking about 15, 16 years or whatever, and they mess up once. So as a man, you're willing to just let that go. She's done after that many years because you can't tell me that doesn't hurt you or you're just ready to let that walk. You're just ready to let that go. That hurts. Let's be real. Men get hurt too. And men take women back too.
When you hurt a man like that, it's done. It's
Watch, but we give y'all 50 opportunities.
And y'all want us
to. So
to.
one time and it's just like,
Janelle.
we over.
Don't hurt.
Every time I say something, you always respond about what women can we soak it in? I mean,
I'm just asking the question.
let's figure out the first part first with the men. With the men.
Go ahead.
Okay. Because if you do something, you have to understand that that's our requirements. That's our expectation. That's our standard. Now, what y'all do on y'all end, if y'all want to keep taking people back, that's what y'all want to do. That's how y'all play the game. We don't play the game like that. So if y'all want to do that, I want y'all to understand that when we talk and we say it, we stand on it. So keep
I'm
your
talking
woman
about
comment about that to yourself.
So the man can just the woman messes up, whatever. The man's just done with it. So did you really really love that woman?
I'm gonna tell you something.
If you can accept her
like that.
right.
You just
But you don't
said
want her to dump
you
you.
just said
Right.
in this scenario that this relationship is over 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yes, yeah.
So even when a man is in a relationship where they're 6 months old and it's good, a man puts his all in. So he's putting his all in, and you're saying 13, 14, 15 years. So he's done put in the work. And for you to mess up on that, he's willing to cut all that out because again, he's done put in the work, and emotionally hurting him by doing whatever you did is gonna make him feel less of a man. Yeah. No man wants to feel like that, first of all. When you're talking about emotionally hurting a man, you are taking something from him that
Ego.
not necessarily ego. You know, it's not necessarily ego. It's something that's inside a man that makes him a man that no one can take from him. And it's inside of him that he feels that if you took it from him, he don't want nothing to do with you.
Boy, you talk.
You want to come up? Yeah.
You talk.
You want to come up to the mic?
No, not right now.
Anybody else?
So I have a question about that. I mean, it is a generalization, so we're putting a blanket over it, right? But you're basically saying that if the lady does something wrong, it's just done. Even if you're still there, even if you're trying to work something out, it's just done in your mind. So my question is, why even stay together? Why even do it?
So most of the time you said it's the why you stay there. Most of the time it's the woman that's staying there. The man has mentally checked. The man has mentally checked out. He's probably there, and if he's been in a relationship for a long time, she's there using his resources. And he's still taking care of what he said he was going to put all in for. So whatever, if it's the kids, if it's the house, if it's the mortgage, if it's the car payment, if it's whatever, that part's going to still going. But the relationship part is done. The way he feels about her, the way he gets triggered, yeah, maybe he's still there, but physically, but he's gone mentally if he can't find a way out physically.
And that's the same for a woman, I would say. I just feel like I don't feel like the double standard should be there because there are a lot of females like myself that if you damage that part, if you hurt me in that way, in that aspect of cheating, for example, I'm done. And I'm not going to sit there and say we're working it out. I think I'm just going to want to lick.
So there are those few women who will say that they are done, who have standards, who will stand for what's right and be done. And that's the right thing to do. But let's be real. The majority of the women is going to put up with that until they can't put up with it no more.
Put up with it.
That's why we're talking about this conversation, because there's women out there putting up with those cheated men. There's relationships going on for years because their man was cheating, and that's going on, and vice versa. That this relationship still going on, and that woman was cheating. But guess what? It's not a good relationship. We always talking about healthy, good relationships. The ideal it's got to be all in, and in these relationships, it's not all in.
I think a lot of times when women stay, like you just said, we do the same thing. We check out emotionally first because we are emotional creatures, obviously. So when we move on, if we're going to stay on the topic of cheating, if we move on with cheating, it's to the point in a woman's head, the relationship is done anyway. She's completely done with you anyway. When she gets to that point. Now, men can cheat, like you said, because it's Tuesday, because I'm not gonna get caught. It's this woman is just right here and nobody's gonna know. Okay, fine. So you cheat. But with the woman, when she gets to the point of she's cheating, it's over anyway in her head. So when you find out, whatever, because I was leaving anyway.
Well, you should have left and been gone. You should have left and been gone because we don't want to put up with it.
We just waiting on you to make that last car payment.
Exactly. Exactly.
Your story, your love, your tea. The signature Candid Connections tea is available now. Effortless style that speaks without saying too much. Grab your tea today. Candid Connections.
There's a famous song, DMX. You know, he said, I was just messing with them girls. I was gonna get right back.
Jay-Z.
You didn't have to do a brother like
That's
that.
the problem. Y'all right.
You know, men are very sensitive. You know, they play around, but when they get their feelings hurt, they hurt, and they don't want to. They want to separate. They want to separate the hurt from that woman as much as they can.
Well, there's a famous song called "To the Left" by Beyonce. She says, "If I'm not your everything, how about I'll be nothing?"
Mm-hmm. Hello, is this mic on? So I have a question. So for the ladies, what are some things that you would expect the man to do to repair the relationship? Like after he done did the emotional damage, like how can he fix that on your behalf? It's gonna take a whole lot of work. That's even if I'm still there. I agree. I think if you're still there, because most of the time after a while, you can't let a woman be in that place for too long because she's gonna be emotionally unavailable, emotionally gone. But if you have time to repair it, I feel like if you're being consistent and, pouring into each other, then that can help build the relationship and build the trust back. But it's going to definitely take time. What's that face for, Carl?
You just proved my point.
What?
Women want to keep trying. Men are done.
I'm not talking about cheating. I'm just talking about
emotional. We're talking about emotional. It ain't necessarily about
Go ahead, gay now.
We're talking about emotional.
We know it. We know
We're
what
talking
he's saying.
about emotional. Y'all
He's
stuck on
done.
cheating.
He's done.
But when you damage a man, however, it ain't got to be cheating. But when you can damage a man by disrespecting him in front of his friends, treating him like a kid, and then I'm just talking about we're talking about emotionally damaging a man.
Yeah.
You know. Once he's done, he's checked out. When a man damages you emotionally, y'all want to keep going and trying, which is it's okay, it's in the nature.
But
that's where we talk about the double standard at.
But we want to fix it until a certain point. After a while, we over with.
Of course, after a while. Hello.
So y'all don't. So we shouldn't want to fix it at all, then, huh? But y'all be begging us to come back.
Exactly.
Why do you think they begging you to come back? Convenience, access, familiarity.
But you don't need access.
Right.
If you outside getting access, you don't need access in the house. Go out there and get it.
But if you're the one willing to give it, then why wouldn't he?
But you got it. Like other
and
people
again,
are willing to
it's
give
familiarity.
It. But why? Then that's continuing to damage her. If that's all it is just access, and you can get it because you've been getting it from out there. Stay out there and get it.
So to answer your question, yes, women, you are supposed to leave that man alone. You are supposed to get yourself 100% right. You are supposed to do. You always want to do what a man do in any other time. That's when you should do what a man do and leave a cheating person alone, right? Because you have standards. You need to make sure that you're good with being single. You need to make sure that you're good with God. You need to make sure that you are so good that can't no man knock you off your rocker. You have to be comfortable with it.
And that sounds good, but in reality, when you're actually in love with somebody, just getting up and walking away is a hard thing to do.
And it sounds good. However, having conversations because we've been through some stuff. So it's like, what would we tell ourselves 20 years ago? What would we be telling our younger selves, giving us game to have these better relationships? So hopefully somebody will hear it and they'll take it and learn it.
What do you tell your children?
Everything that I'm saying now, and then some.
What about your daughter?
My daughter gets the real from me.
So if she were to come to you, because I mean, this is real talk. If she were to come to you and say, this person cheated on me, whatever, but she's in love with that person, because as we can say all day long, you need to walk and you need to do whatever. But at the end of the day, when you're in love with somebody, clearly men aren't as in love as women, apparently. It's hard to just get up and walk away, especially if there's years involved, especially if there's children involved. You can't just get up and walk away. So what do you say to, not just, I'm not even gonna say your daughter, to any woman that can't just get up and walk away, because there's years, there's kids, there's vacations, there's the good, there's the bad, we've been through bereavement together, all kinds of things. And then you just decide to mess up and you're saying she should just walk because you would.
She should know that if I'm telling her this in real life, that and I'm her father, and I'm telling any woman it is, that yes, she should move on. That yes, she should focus on herself, because in the end, I tell her this now, and she has a boyfriend. And I still say, focus on yourself. You know, again, when your mama and daddy told you back in the day, leave those nappy-headed little boys and girls alone, they were telling you to leave those nappy-headed boys and girls alone because they wanted you to focus on yourself. And again, I tell my daughter and any other woman around me to focus on themselves, because you'll find somebody. It'll run. Once you focus on yourself, it'll come. A man as well. You focus on yourself. You do the work. You love God. It's gonna come.
Is anybody in here married? It's gonna say just me. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Widow.
Widow?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so, both of you? Both of you?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. So when you're married, I'm coming to talk to the women then. So as a married woman, not just a girlfriend, not just a baby mama, because as married women, we know it, and I mean, it hits different when it's your husband, not your boyfriend, not your baby daddy, whatever. So, and I think you had said you would be done. So in a situation where this is your husband of years, not just, a couple of years, I'm talking about a decade or more. You're saying you would just, like, if he cheated once or whatever the situation would be, he would just, you could just get up and just walk away with no questions asked.
Me personally, I probably would make an attempt, but that's my person.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody's personality is different. My friend here, totally done. She would be done regardless of the kids. We be done when the first will be on fire.
You savage.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that I probably wouldn't get him back in some manner. That would probably be something that would happen. You did it.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, that's good.
Did what?
What?
You did what?
Whatever
You doing bad?
Went outside.
We gonna get our lick back. We gonna get our lick back.
I know how I feel about that.
You petty, tit for tat.
Right. Right.
Be the bigger person. Be the bigger person.
Who?
We always the bigger person. Sometimes you got to go low.
Y'all be the bigger person. You gotta
We
get somebody
always the
back.
bigger person.
You said be the bigger person, meaning what?
You just.
Like you're
Of
saying,
course, you wouldn't know
Just walk.
what being a bigger person is,
Don't
because
do
you said
anything.
so
do the same thing that he just did to you.
yeah.
That ain't right.
You gonna feel
So
what we
when you
feel.
say be the bigger person, you mean sit there and take it. That
No.
is that
No,
being the
he
bigger person.
means be the bigger person. Just let it happen. You just walk away.
Just
Be
sit there
like,
and take
turn the other cheek. And for
Well,
instance,
don't we
but
turn no other cheeks?
No, I want you to have a conversation with me. I want my words. Y'all have a conversation with my words. That's not what I said. She said y'all gonna do something basically be petty. You know, Tiffany, we know petty. Just don't be petty. Be the bigger person.
Now I'm gonna make sure you hurt like I hurt.
Exactly. So what after you be the bigger person?
You're gonna hurt that man different. You hurting that man different.
Well, yeah, it's true.
You putting yourself in a situation where you're gonna hurt that man different, and it's not gonna be the same.
So like we discussed on last episode where, we were saying if the man did something and then like we were saying tit for tat and we like treat that person how they want to be treated. At some point I don't feel like it's tit for tat because I feel like they have to learn because someone can't keep treating you the same way and you just keep taking it. Sometimes you got to switch it up.
Mhm.
There are learning and again, we talk about in general, and there's not a one rule all answer for it all, but there are learning experience. So it's like I can say leave a person alone and stand on it. However, a person may feel like that they are apologetic, sympathetic, uh, um, remorseful, and probably want to do the things that you want him to do. And
What's the hope?
that's maybe why he comes back and the relationship blossoms and works. I don't see it working on the other end, but however, I just see it working on that end for you guys.
What do you mean you don't see it working on the other end?
As far as the man taking the woman back, but the woman taking the man back, there are, I mean, and again, in both scenarios, there are chances where it can survive, but there are slim chances on the man taking the woman backside.
I just think at the end of the day, like when it comes to infidelity, it's the trust that's broken.
Mhm.
And for some people, like for myself, it takes a minute to build up trust with someone. So when that is broken, whether it be guy, girl, or whatever, once the trust is broken, that's hard for people to like get back. It's speaking for myself. I gotta trust you. If I can't trust you, there's really no forgiving for me. Now I realize some other, women are different and more forgiving. I'm not a very forgiving person if I'm letting you into my soul.
Mhm.
More women needs to have unforgiving hearts. Sorry, fellas.
I agree.
Sorry, fellas.
That's the best thing you said, right?
Most women need to focus on themselves and make sure they are good, 100% single, so they ain't even having these issues.
Yeah.
We agree. I agree too.
I don't know where to start from, but we up here talking about trust. I mean, we Candid Connections. Trust, we on cheating. But I'm talking about I'm trying to, as we talk about cheating, it's a lot of trust areas that I'm looking at. You got cheating, you got loyalty, you got respect,
Mhm.
all these things add up. I know for me, for a long-term relationship to end, it all builds up. So it all, like Goldie was saying, not taking a man's side, because I don't believe there's no sides, but once that trust and that emotions to a man, because I know from me, if you really want something, you're going to fight for it.
Mhm.
But after so much is done, other than cheating, that we focus on the cheating, it's other things that corrupts and builds that emotional detachment. But once you do hurt a man, it is a wrap.
I thought you said you want to take a side.
He wasn't. He was on the right side.
Y'all been slapping hands.
But when them emotions are gone, with most men, we do try. In order for us to cut out, it had to be something. And it could have been an option. Could have been respect.
So since you brought that up, what about the men communicating that? Do men always communicate that or do they just disconnect?
Yes, we do. I'm going to say the real ones do. What I mean by the real ones, the mature ones. That it could be believed in communication. But the other
Mike.
my bad. But as mans, we do, as I say, the real ones, because you got some that's not mature. It took a minute for me to get mature through experience, but communication is everything. So, I mean, sometimes when you communicate it with a woman, it goes in the ear like I was, and out the what?
Oh no.
That's it,
No,
y'all
they
know.
don't.
I was going to actually say that because we've asked that because you asked, do men communicate it? Most of the time, men are communicating to this to their woman, and again, it goes in one ear and out the other ear. Men needs don't get met like a baby crying needs gets met until it's too late.
You know,
I can make faces too.
somebody would eat right.
Women wants nourishment and we want nourishment.
Women are natural nurturers.
That's what we do.
We
That's what
nurture
we're here to do.
naturally.
Come on up.
This is my last time. But you say women are naturally, they supposed to be. That's it.
It's supposed
We're
to be
supposed to be natural nurturers, but you want to come up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
I just want to go back to your comment the question about being in a long-term relationship and trying to, what do you do when the man cheat? And I think the comment was made that it's harder for women to walk away. But for me, people think people think love holds relationships together. To me, it's more respect and trust before love.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you cheat and step out of me, that's disrespectful to me. So I don't care if it's 5 years, 2 years, 15 years. You're not going to disrespect me. I'm going to be out of there. I'm going to be like, all right, that's a deal breaker for me. Because it would be hard to rebuild that, like Linda said, build that trust back. Because now I don't trust you because you was being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And then people can only love you to the capacity that they love themselves. So you have that too.
But see, that's why I agree. That's where I get petty. Like when you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you back. You don't get a free pass, and I'm gonna walk. Because if I would just walk away just like that, that's just a free pass. You got away with that, and you won't do that over here.
Feel what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So even a lot of the comments tonight, it's been, and I want to say it's been with women who have standards. The viewers who's been coming up and been telling their personal experience about that, that's women with standards talking about how they will handle the different situations. They're coming in saying, and I guess you're saying that you are okay with being 100% single, that you have a standard that, hey, if you do this to me, I'm not taking that. Now, here's the thing. There isn't not a lot of women nowadays coming into these relationships that's looking for a man and have these standards. They are looking at what this man got, or they're not okay with them being 100% because they want that man to carry them on and see them afloat. They don't have that standard. So that's why they're falling short in those categories.
So, Carl, I think you make a good point, but I think when you said work on yourself, if you are working on yourself, like me, I've worked on myself. I know the people that are in my circle, like we worked on ourselves. If you're working on yourself, then it's you're not going to let someone disrespect you because you've been working on yourself. So,
Which is the point I've been trying to make it. I've been trying to make for the longest.
Think it out with maturity. You got to be on the maturity level to get anywhere in a relationship.
Well, what's wrong with me? I think I'm around everybody's age in here, and I'm like,
No, I'm not saying don't
I
be
just can't let
petty.
you just do that to
No,
me.
I'm not saying don't get your lick back.
Oh, okay. Gotta get your lick back. Okay. Okay.
In a different way. I mean, it ain't got to be the same thing.
No, it don't have to be the same thing.
Like you gonna get yours.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing, they can't take it when we do that. When you can act like that and just be a whole fool. But when I'm a fool with
Be
you,
crazy.
now I'm calling my daddy because I'm downtown because you done called the police on me.
Then they
You
want to say, oh,
crazy.
she was crazy. Well, why was she crazy?
Because you was born that way.
Now you gotta make me crazy.
No,
You
right.
call me crazy.
Right.
Good stuff.
Well, I think we're gonna do our final thoughts for these last few episodes.
Danielle, what's your final thought?
My final thought is I feel like in order to build trust, there has to be consistency and it has to be a willingness on both parts to forgive each other or to forgive the person who hurt you.
For me personally, don't do nothing to me you don't want done to you. It's a thin line between love and hate.
Basically, my final thought is once a man is damaged emotionally, it's hard to build that trust back. It's gone. I know it's probably easier on the woman's end, but once it's done to a man, it's truly gone. So it's truly hard to build out.
My final thought is I think but it depends on each relationship. I mean, it's a process that you got to go through in healing. Everyone takes time to heal. So I think it's a process in communication and consistency.
And we want to thank y'all for coming out and hanging with us today. Make sure y'all follow our pages on Instagram, TikTok. And if you had not subscribed to our YouTube page, make sure you do that. And remember, you deserve the kind of love that you give. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in out.